Everybody, welcome back to the Charlie Kirk Show. Andrew Kolvet filling in for the one and only Charlie Kirk. We're with Mike Davis. Mike, give the audience just a quick primer on the Article 3 project really quick. What are you working on right now? How can they support you?
I started the Article 3 project after I left the Senate Judiciary Committee, where I helped President Trump confirm a record number of his federal judges, including Justice Brett Kavanaugh, won that bloody fight, and helped confirm Justice Gorsuch as his former law clerk from the outside. And so I saw during the Kavanaugh confirmation that the Democrats are vicious, and we need an organization. I needed to fill a void, an organization to fight back against this viciousness by the left. So for the final 2 years of Trump's first term, we confirmed Justice Amy Coney Barrett and a record number of Trump's judges. Now our focus is turning to opposing Biden's radical judicial nominees, but more importantly, opposing the Democrats' Republic-ending lawfare against President Trump, his top aides, his lawyers, his supporters on January 6th, parents outraged at school board meetings by the gender chaos and the resulting rape in high school bathrooms, Christians praying outside of abortion clinics while the Biden Justice Department gives amnesty to their BLM and Antifa and Hamas base terrorizing Americans. We are losing our country to this radical Democrat Party. This is not our parents' or grandparents' Democrat Party. These aren't liberals who love America and just disagree with conservatives on the best way to get there. These are leftists. These are Marxists. They hate America. They're trying to destroy us. They don't believe in due process. They believe in politicized and weaponized justice system, including Me Too justice. They don't believe in equality. They believe in equity. They don't believe in free speech. They believe in censorship.
Yes. And Mike, you're doing great work, and you're one of the best advocates for what the problem is and where we need to go next. And that's actually what I'm going to ask you about on the other side of this break. We're going to welcome radio back. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to our national radio audience across the country. Andrew Kolvet here, filling in for Charlie Kirk. Mike Davis, Article 3 Project. I want to play this clip of Joy Reid, MSNBC, talking about this Politico story that broke yesterday about Christian nationalism. Our mutual friend Russ Vogt, sorry. There's they're looking forward, right? This Project 25, Heritage is involved in it, Turning Point Action is involved in it. This is all looking forward, and they are freaking out, specifically about Christian nationalism. But I want to hone in on what the solution is if Trump gets elected from a lawfare perspective. What do we do with the Justice Department? So let's go ahead and play cut 54. It's pretty juicy.
He also wants to dismantle the Department of Education, enforce Florida-style patriotic education in our schools, end federal funding of any schools that mention so-called critical race theory, gender ideology, or what people like Stephen Miller determine to be inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content. They intend to force children to learn about their version of the nuclear family, including the roles of mothers and fathers and things that make men and women different and unique. That's what our kids will learn in Trump's Christian nationalist public schools.
Okay. It's pretty humorous to watch these people freak out about Christians trying to get involved in the public square, and it's a whole boogeyman, the Christian nationalism thing that they propped up. But here's my question for you, Mike. And you tend to draw a lot of attention from these mainstream media folks when you talk about this. But if you are, if you've got a window of opportunity to affect real change in a Trump second term, what do you do about the justice system? We got about 4 or 5 minutes here. What do you do? How do you reform this? How do you defang this weaponized judicial system?
Well, I would say this first about Joy Reid. What the hell is a Christian nationalist, right? Is that a Christian who loves America? And I guess the question I have is, what the hell's wrong with that? As opposed to what? Third world Marxist trash that Joe Biden is importing into our country, people who hate America and hate everything we stand for and don't want to assimilate. They want to destroy our country from within, and they want to take all of our treasure that we've built over the last 250 years. I mean, I'm still scratching my head on what's wrong with being a Christian nationalist. And I guess I didn't realize it was open season on Christians. I didn't realize this anti-Christian bigotry is allowed on MSNBC. And you have to wonder if their advertisers are on board with this. We saw with Mehdi Hasan before he got fired that he didn't like Jews, and now Joy Reid doesn't like Christians. So who the hell watches MSNBC, right? So there's that. Now let's turn to this politicized and weaponized justice system. I think the Justice Department, including the FBI and the various U.S. attorneys' offices around the country, particularly in Washington, D.C., need to be cleaned out. We need to have a house cleaning. And that includes what we have now is we have the political leadership, for example, of the FBI. We have one presidentially appointed, Senate confirmed FBI director, and he's supposed to have up to a 10-year term. And this FBI director is so insulated from political accountability that we create this tyranny within the FBI because they think that they're not accountable to anyone. The FBI director is supposed to report to the Deputy Attorney General, who reports to the Attorney General, who reports to the President of the United States, and the FBI director doesn't think he reports to anyone. We need to take at least the top 3 layers of the FBI at the director level, the assistant director, the deputy director level, and the assistant director level, and put in new people in those jobs.
How many people would this mean we're going to fire? How many? Like, are we talking tens? Are we talking hundreds, thousands?
We need to fire thousands of people in the Justice Department. Send them to the border, reassign them to the border to prosecute immigration cases and change diapers on these migrant family centers, and make them reapply for their jobs because they're going to claim civil service protection. So send them to the border.
Right. Wow. I mean, and this is the stuff that makes the MSNBC race lady Joy Reid freak out. And you're totally right, by the way, Mike. I mean, she expresses anti-white bigotry and anti-Christian bigotry on a daily, nightly basis, and it frankly it's disgusting. And the fact she still has a job is it's a sad critique of our entire country, frankly. But Mike Davis, you're doing phenomenal work, an articulate defender of the president, of the rule of law, of sanity. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you. And by the way, everybody, support the Article 3 project if you can. It's doing great work. Mike, thank you. We'll see you next time.
Thank